There's a new Amy Winehouse movie set to hit theaters called Back to Black. Desiree Murphy, our Page Six deputy editor, is here to dish all about it. What's going on?
Hi, Astra. Thanks so much for having me. So, hitting US theaters, Back to Black is a film about the life of legendary singer Amy Winehouse, one of my personal favorites. And it's taking fans on a journey from her early rise to fame to the creation of her iconic album of the same name that really catapulted her to fame. Now, the movie showcases her tumultuous romance with her on and off partner, Blake Fielder Civil, who we've seen a lot about in the press over the years. That relationship actually inspired many of the songs on her Back to Black album. And then, in addition to that, the movie takes a look at her public struggles with addiction and, of course, her heartbreaking death at the age of 27. The movie is directed by Sam Taylor Johnson, who some movie fans may know from films like 50 Shades of Grey and also Nowhere Boy about John Lennon. And it stars
Ooh.
UK actress Marisa Abela in the leading role of Amy Winehouse, which, as you can imagine, was no easy task to complete for any
Oh,
actress.
I bet. Now, I heard that the reviews have started to come in. Can you tell us about some of the reactions that you've seen so far?
Yeah, of course. Well, for a movie that's about Amy Winehouse and titled, nonetheless, after a record-breaking album that's won numerous Grammys and accolades, of course, there's going to be a lot of pressure here, right? So there are a lot of mixed reviews amongst fans and critics. The movie actually came out a little bit earlier in the UK. So some people are really enjoying it, while others are saying it's perhaps too early for a movie like this. Some are arguing that it shouldn't even have been made. There's obviously like a lot of chatter going on, but with someone like Amy Winehouse, that's what you're going to get. That being said, I think anyone who goes into the movie should just keep an open mind and don't have too high of expectations. Also, remember that it is a dramatized biopic. It's not a documentary. We're not looking at real life footage here. And it's Amy Winehouse. It's not just anyone. She was an international star, nearly impossible to replicate. There's no one quite like her. So you're not going to get a perfect portrayal if that's what you're looking for.
Of course, and I know there's going to be a lot of controversy going on. You got to see an early preview of it. What do you think they got right, and where do you think maybe they fell a little short in this movie?
Sure. So I think Marisa does an absolute job with a lot of things. First off, let's talk about the fact that she does all of her own singing in the film. I did not know this beforehand. And it's just really impressive because originally they were going to have an actress kind of just lip sync to Amy's actual vocals. But when she went into the audition, she has actually said that she has never performed singing at all in public before, aside from karaoke, but she surprised them in the audition by singing a little bit. And then once she was actually cast, she spent 4 months working closely with a vocal coach and also Amy's former band at the iconic Abbey Road Studios. Very jealous about that. So cool. So what viewers hear in the film is all Marisa. And you can't deny how impressive that is in just a few months of training.
That's incredible.
Also, yeah, I was going to say also, if you watch real interviews back with Amy from the earlier days of her career, she had such a unique personality that came through. She was sassy, funny, unapologetic. And I think the actress does a really good job of giving us glimpses of that version of Amy, who never set out to be famous and just wanted to make good music.
And of course, we have to talk about her musical legacy. And for younger viewers that might not be familiar with her, can you just tell us a little bit about her impact?
Absolutely, I would love to, Astra. So for starters, if you haven't listened to Back to Black, do yourself a favor and play that right now. Maybe start with Rehab or Love is a Losing Game. It remains one of the best-selling albums of all time. It was only Amy's second album, of course, her final, following her debut, Frank. And she took home 5 Grammys for the record in 2008, including Best New Artist. Her music is timeless, to put it quite simply. It's impacted generations of artists across the globe. And she's one of those songwriters you really only come across once in a while. Adele, Lady Gaga, Lana Del Rey are just a few of the many artists who have been influenced by her work over the years. And I would just like to also point out that prior to her death in 2011, when she joined the Notorious 27 Club, Amy said in her own words that all she wanted to be remembered for was her music. She said, I just want people to hear my voice and forget their troubles for 5 minutes. For so many people, I think that's exactly what she's done and is still able to do whenever someone puts on her music today. That to me speaks volumes. And I think that's a legacy that any artist really could ask for.
Well, Desiree, I think you have me sold. Back to Black's in theaters starting on Friday. I am going to be getting a ticket. I'm going to go watch it. Thank you so much for joining us.